3, The Peak. Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon High School tonight. The Carbon Dinos at home against Juab. Welcome everybody to 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play, and tonight the Carbon Dinos in Juab. It should be a good one. Joining me in the Sutherland's broadcast booth once again, Aiden Mortensen. Aiden, back again tonight after a very, very entertaining and a great win for the Carbon Dinos on Wednesday night up at North St. Pete.
Yeah, that was one of the most exciting basketball games I've ever been to, Sonny. That was thrilling from start to finish. It had all you could have wanted. Highs, lows, lead changes, but the Dinos found a way to get it done in the end, coming away with a thrilling 70-61 victory over the Hawks of North St. Pete.
Juab comes in tonight 12-4, 5-2 in region play. They're ranked number 5 in the RPI rankings. That's a spot down from where they were before. They were upset by the Emory Spartans at home on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the way here and the way from North St. Pete. That was one of the more shocking results of that evening. I mean, you're Juab. You're one of the top 5 teams in the state, and you're playing at home against a team who has admittedly really found their stride late in the season with the Emory Spartans. But still, you're looking at a team who is expected to compete for a state title. They lose that one at home, and tonight they're going to be trying to bounce back from that loss.
The Carbon Dinos come in 4-11, 1-5 in region play. They are ranked 14th in the RPI rankings. They move up a spot with their 70-61 win over North St. Pete on Wednesday night.
And it's powerful what a win can do for you in the RPI, especially when you have a gauntlet of a schedule like Carbon does. I mean, in the RPI, this schedule is going to help them in the long run. I mean, you're taking losses, but you're taking hard losses to good teams. But you want to come away with those wins because those help you even more, and it shows in that ranking increase.
We'll take a look at the RPI rankings as of right now in the 3A competition. Just chime in as we go up the chart here, Aiden. We start with Summit Academy. They're 1-16. They are number 18. Providence Hall sits 17 with a 4-11 record. North St. Pete, the team the Dinos beat Wednesday night, they sit 16th with a 3-9 record. And Ben Lomond, number 15, with a 5-11 record.
And North St. Pete initially is now holding that spot that was held by Manti just a few days ago. Manti, one of the stories of the season where they too, like the Carbon Dinos, have been bitten by the injury bug, and it's worked to their detriment. That's why you're seeing them in the low 10s. Normally you'd expect them to be in the 6-1 range.
So number 14 sits the Carbon Dinos. They move up a spot with their 4-12 record. Manti sits 13 with 4-10. We'll talk a little bit about Manti. They're number 13. When we seen Manti play, they had lost 8 straight games. We both said this team is going to get better as the season goes along, and they're getting better. They're winning, and they're moving up the RPI rankings. Exactly what we thought would happen.
Exactly. They are starting to improve week after week after week, and they're starting to get those players back who are expected to have a major contribution to this team. Lincoln Alder made his debut against the Dinos in region play, and he went off for 21 points. And now they're starting to get back Mason Starkweather on the team, another star of that program. So they're going to be on the up and up as the season progresses.
Grantsville sits number 12. They are 8-8. Union sits 11 at a 10-6 record. Now the top 10, Ogden, 9-7. They start the top 10, and then number 9 sits Delta with an 8-7 record.
And they're going to be with the number 7 seed in this RPI ranking, Emory, over on our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, as the Rabbits make the trip to the Spartan Center to take on Emory. Last time those two teams met, it ended in a bit of an upsetting fashion for Delta. Buzzer beater, there was a shot clock malfunction. It was a whole deal, but Emory came away with the win.
We'll keep you updated with that game and all the games around the state. Delta number 9, and then number 8 comes American Heritage. They're 9-9. And then Emory sits number 7 with an 8-8 record.
Riding a 5-game win streak right now, looking to make it 6. Emory stepped into region play, and they haven't looked back.
That's kind of a team that we thought was going to get better as the season went along as well, and they are.
They're starting to glue. This is a bunch of guys who didn't really have much varsity experience coming into this year. but now they've had the time to mesh together and kind of glue, so you're seeing a much improved Emory squad.
10-9 record for the number 6 Judge Memorial team. Number 5, the team the Dinos play tonight is Juab. They come in with a 12-4 record.
And Juab and Judge Memorial, those are two teams who, like we talked about before, they're expected to compete for that state title. Judge Memorial, the reigning state champion. They're not helped in the RPI, though, due to playing in a very weak region. They play in that all-private or in a mainly private school region, so you have schools like Summit Academy, Ben Lomond, Providence Hall, American Heritage in there, and so that doesn't help them in the RPI.
Number 4 sits South Summit. They're 13-3. Canyon View sits number 3, a team we've seen in Cedar City just, a week ago?
Yeah, just last Friday.
It's a very good basketball team, Canyon View. They sit 12-4 on the season and number 3. Number 2, another team that we'll be seeing again, Richfield with a 12-3 record and the number 1 team in the state right now in 3A with a 15-1 record is Morgan.
And Morgan, if you look at their schedule, they played a gauntlet. They really have earned that number 1 ranking in the RPI.
That's a look at the RPI rankings for 3A, and you want to win a region. But the RPI rankings are very important. That's how the seeding is decided in the tournament and everything. And right now, the Dinos sitting 14. If they could come away with a win tonight, guarantee you they move up again.
They definitely will. We can see them even move up to that 10-11 spot with a win over Juab, being the number 5 seed. That's going to do you a lot of favors.
So let's talk a little bit about the Carbon Dinos in their win Wednesday night, Aiden, over North St. Pete. Their first quarter started out a little bit slow, but their second quarter was one of the best quarters I think they played all season long.
That was, and they were able to capitalize on the momentum from that second quarter, carry it into the second half. And we saw them play when they've won, that they've played 4 good quarters of basketball. Like you said, that first quarter was a little slow, but it was still played very well by the Dinos.
Yes.
And now that was a game where we saw them tie all 4 quarters together, and that's something we've talked about all year long as them needing to do, and they did just that.
The fourth quarter was an incredible quarter for the Dinos. The energy level, the teamwork, everything they did in the fourth quarter on Wednesday night was just a great quarter for the Carbon Dinos to come away with the win.
And they're looking to capitalize on that momentum tonight against the number 5 team in the state. Like you said, Sonny, the Juab Wasps. It's a tall task, but if they can play like that, I think they can beat any team in 3A.
This is why you play the game.
Yeah, we're not the SEC, Sonny. We're not trying to play hypotheticals.
So, here at Carbon High School, the Dinos at home tonight against Juab. The Wasps come to town. It should be a good one. The Dinos number 14 RPI ranking, number 5 Juab here from Carbon High School. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we have some interviews that we'll play for you that we did on Wednesday night after the big Dino win.
Yep, we'll start things off with Evan Lancaster. He had a big performance in that game, 11 points, several boards, and now he's looking to make this game a very competitive one tonight. And then we'll follow it up with Coach Brower's thought following that win, all from Wednesday night's North St. Pete Showdown.
You are listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is the place to be if you're looking for Carbon Dino Sports, right here on 95.3 The Peak. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the interviews for you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Carbon Dino Basketball here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We'll get back to that interview here in a few minutes. The Dinos and Juab, both teams warming up tonight. The Dinos will wear their white uniforms with the blue numbers. Juab tonight wearing their dark red uniforms with the gold numbers. It's going to be a good game tonight here at the Carbon High School. The Dinos will start the game going right to left on your radio dial. Carbon Dino Basketball right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Don't go anywhere. When we return, more of Carbon Dino Basketball.
See the student section starting to trickle in, the band's playing, the parents are here. This is a whole team affair, and everyone is so excited to get things going yet again.
So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, more Carbon Dino basketball. 95-3 the Peak, where the Dinos play. You're listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show.
Remodeling as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 remodeling. From basements to ceilings, indoor to outdoor. Chris Nunez. That 1, 2, 3 remodeling is local, licensed, and insured. Framing, plumbing, electrical, drywalling, patios, garage doors. 1, 2, 3 remodeling can build it, install it, and repair it. Chris is always communicating with his clients and is always transparent. Stay away from the... Keep it local with the all-new 1, 2, 3 remodeling. Call 435-630-2215. 630.
Carbon Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak, where the Dinos play. The captains are meeting at center court. Carbon and Juab tonight, as we said. Juab comes in 12-4. Carbon Dinos come in tonight 4-11. Region play 5-2 for Juab, and the Carbon Dinos 1-5. The Dinos here at home tonight, and as me and Aiden have said here recently, we got some home games because it's been a long lot of traveling for the Carbon Dinos, but we got some home games, and this is a great way to start your homestand against a good team like Juab. This team is a good basketball team, and as we take a look at the schedule, after Juab, on the 22nd, we will be at Delta, following Richfield on the 24th back here at home, 29th back here at home against Manti. Then on the 31st, we travel to Emory. Then we're back home again against Canyon View, and we finish out the season at home against North St. Pete. So we have a lot of home games on the schedule for the Carbon Dinos to finish out the season. That's good because you can get that momentum and take that into tournament play. It'd be good for the Carbon Dinos. Carbon Dino basketball right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Once again, the starting lineups for the Carbon Dinos tonight will be Carlson, Lancaster, Warburton, Cannon Mortensen, and Ty Mortensen. That's the 5 on the floor for the Carbon Dinos tonight against Juab. Juab leaves, goes to the locker room getting prepared for the game tonight. We got about 12 minutes left before tip-off here at Carbon High School. Carbon Dino basketball on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play on our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM 750 AM. The Emory Spartans playing at home tonight. You can hear that game. Jordan Buscarini, Travis Anderson up at Emory High School tonight. USU Eastern played last night on our sister station as well. The women fell short by 3, and the men fell short last night as well. So lots of sports here on the Castle Country Radio Networks tonight on 95.3 The Peak, and always on The Peak, Carbon Dino basketball here on 95. .53 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We'll take a quick break when we come back.
rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You gonna fix that?
Fix what?
That dripping faucet?
Someday.
No, how about today? Not only is it driving me crazy, but it's wasting water, costing us money, and could turn into dry rot and other damage.
Guess we better get to Magnuson Lumber and Hardware.
Now you're talking.
Magnuson Lumber features almost 1,000 feet of plumbing accessories and supplies you need to fix your leaking faucets and pipes. Stop in today. Main Street, Castledale. Magnuson Lumber and Hardware. Family owned since 1965.
Discover the difference experience makes at Mr. Automotive in Huntington. With over 30 years dedicated to matching the perfect vehicle with the right person in Castle Country, we know a thing or two about cars and about saving you money. Thanks to our low overhead, we're able to pass incredible savings directly on to you. Drive away happy with a deal as reliable as our service. Visit Mr. Automotive today, where experience means savings and you meet your new car.
You've been accused of doing something illegal and charged a foul. It's time to run the court in a game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law jump through the hoops. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a slam dunk defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go to the foul line, Robert Oliver doesn't miss a shot. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Let's hear what parents and patients are saying about Price Pediatric Dental.
We love Dr. Bott. His staff gives the children their full attention. They make sure my kids are comfortable the entire time.
Dr. Lund is so nice. I like getting a new toothbrush and toothpaste every time I go.
Both Dr. Markham and Dr. Lund have been so amazing with both of my boys. We wouldn't go anywhere else.
Call 637-9590 to schedule your child's appointment today at Price Pediatric Dental.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Joining me in the Southerners broadcast booth is Evan Lancaster, the senior. Evan, it's a pleasure to have you up here.
Pleasure to be here.
Tonight, you guys get your first region win. You guys really clicked tonight. You had Kyler Orth come back into the lineup, and it just looked like from the beginning of the game, me and Aiden both said the energy was really there with you guys tonight.
Yeah, I think we just brought the energy. We did what the coaches had asked us to do during practice, and then we just executed.
So tonight, you had 11 points in the ball game. Cannon Mortensen had 15. He had a huge game in the paint. Cannon, he controls the paint, doesn't he?
He does. He just chases every rebound and gets the points.
So free throws tonight, you guys made 9. You shot 17. They only made 2. Huge difference in the ball game tonight. But the one thing, only 13 turnovers for you.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At San Rafael Health, they believe everyone deserves compassionate and dedicated care. Whether you're looking for a place for mom, dad, or any loved one, the doors are open. San Rafael Health accepts private pay, Medicaid, Medicare, and commercial insurance, ensuring quality health care is accessible for all. Let the family at San Rafael Health take care of your family. Call today at 384-2301 and let San Rafael Health provide the care your loved ones deserve.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Looking for a great meal? Juniper has you covered with delicious pizza, pasta, burgers, sandwiches, and fresh salads. Juniper is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 12 to 8 p.m. Whether dining in or ordering out, Juniper makes it easy. Order through DoorDash for quick delivery straight to your door. From lunch to dinner, Juniper serves up flavorful meals the whole family will love. Stop by and see why Juniper is the perfect place for your next meal. Great food, great atmosphere every time.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino basketball. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off. And as we said, the Dinos tonight coming off a win against North Stampede. A big win, 70-61, and Juab coming off a loss against Emory.
Yeah, sometimes getting that first win underneath your belt, Sonny, is the hardest part, and that's what the Dinos had in the first half of the region slate. Now they get to go back and revisit a lot of these teams that they took on the road, and I think the Jurassic Park is a perfect place for a lot of this to be happening. I mean, you got the band playing, you got an ecstatic student section who, even just watching the JV game, they get rowdy, and that can really get in the head of a player, especially if you're having an off night by your standards. Juab looking to come back from a loss to Emory on Wednesday night, and we were talking about that to Coach Brower a while ago. It feels like every time Carbon has a chance, or every time Carbon wins a game, they have an opponent coming to Carbon High. It feels like that opponent always loses, so they come in very angry. They come in with a chip on their shoulder that they want to redeem. They come into these games, and they want to dominate.
Okay, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for tip-off. Carbon Dino basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
It's time you started working close to home. GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance is looking for experienced miners, mechanics, electricians, and surveyors to fill local jobs. Stop traveling every week and let GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance find you a job closer to home and your family. No more leaving your family every week traveling to a work site. There are good paying jobs right here close to home, and GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance can help you get started today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. Your new job close to home is waiting for you.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
My son and daughter both play sports, a lot of sports, and with that can come injuries, bruises, sprains, and unfortunately breaks. That's why we use Eastern Utah Imaging. They're a convenient and local option for imaging and an important part of a student-athlete's team.
Eastern Utah Imaging for high-quality, affordable MRI and X-ray services. Many quick scans take 30 minutes or less. You can call for an appointment or ask your doctor to refer you to Eastern Utah Imaging, North Fairgrounds Road in Price. Call 636 X-ray. That's 636-9729.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
Hi, this is Tim Frame, manager at Cache Valley Bank. Are you getting ready to tackle some spring projects, or are you already making summer plans? Now is a good time to stop in and see how Cache Valley Bank can assist you. With a great team of friendly, knowledgeable bankers, we can provide you with the financial tools needed to help you succeed. We are dedicated to providing you with the personalized attention you deserve. Come visit us at 82 West Main Street in Price and let us show you what opening an account with Cache Valley Bank can do for you.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Starting 5 for Juab tonight. Once again, Tyson Baker. Where's number 2? Number 11, Trent Baker, averaging 6 points per game. Jay Rowley, number 20, averaging 9.7 points per game. Number 33, Maddox Stowell, averaging 7 points per game. And number 44, Austin Park, averaging 20 points per game. Starting tonight, once again, for the Carbon Dinos. Number 2, number 3, Maxwell Carlson, the senior, averaging 3 points per game. Then comes Evan Lancaster, number 4, the senior, averaging 7.1 points per game. Number 10, Carter Warburton, the junior, averaging 7 points per game. Number 33, Cannon Mortensen, the senior, averaging 12.5 points per game. And number 34, Ty Mortensen, the junior, averaging 6.8 points per game. And that's the starting 5 for the Carbon Dinos tonight. We're just seconds away from basketball here at Carbon High School. And like we said, it's always important how you get to how you start out. It's always important, but against a team as good as Juab, it's very important.
Yeah, no, you can't play from behind. It's a real struggle to do that, especially at the high school level. You mentioned Austin Park averaging 20 points per game. Last time they met Sonny, the Dinos held him to 4. It was a lot of work after that by Brady Gempler. Maddox Stowell and Landon Hooper really took over the game for Juab down at the Hive in Nephi.
So we're ready for the start of today's game. Jumping will be Rowley. He'll be jumping up against, looks like, Ty Mortensen. Couldn't see the number there the way he's standing. Ty in the center court, and we're ready for the start. Tip controlled by the Dinos, and we are underway. Hope you enjoyed the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Time for Carbon Dino basketball. Warburton with the basketball left side, goes between the circles. Now drives in, kicks it outside. Swings it over to Ty Mortensen. Lancaster, cross-court pass goes to Warburton. Whistle and a reach foul on number 2. He doesn't like the call, does Tyson Baker, but it's the first foul of the ball game. First foul on him, and the first team foul for Juab comes with 7:42 left to play first quarter.
Yeah, no player likes a foul getting called on him.
And it comes to Warburton. Guarded there by Baker. Swings it over to the left side. It goes to Ty Mortensen. Now it's Cannon Mortensen between the circles. Tip of the key. Finds a little gap. Bounce pass to Carlson from 10. Air ball on the baseline right. Here comes Juab. Fast break the other way. Rowley takes it all the way. Lay it up. No good. Whistle, and he hit the backboard while the ball was up, and that's goaltending.
That's a rare call to see in the high school level. And on the other end, Carbon, that's a rare miss by Maxwell Carlson from that spot. Normally, he is consistent as all get out from the short corner. That time, just unable to convert.
Good call by the referee. 2-0 the score. Warburton with the ball, swings it right side. It goes to Cannon Mortensen, back to Warburton. Warburton dribbles back to the basket, kicks it outside to Ty. Ty to Cannon over on the right side. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Lancaster. Lancaster picked up by Baker. Stops, kicks it back outside. Cannon for three. Good! Cannon Mortensen for three, and the Dinos are on the board. It's 3-2 Dinos.
And that was a great shot by Cannon, but even better ball movement from Carbon as a whole. They're finally starting to slow that ball down in the half court and getting the right shots.
3-point shot back the other way. Juab won't go. Shot missed by Baker, and the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Mortensen ahead of Warburton to Lancaster right side. Drives in, stops at the baseline. Kicks it outside. Warburton for three. No good. Rebound. Juab off the foot of Stowell. And it will be Dino basketball.
And the student section lets Stowell hear that one. Ball, he pulls it down, bounces off his foot, and just kind of rolls harmlessly out on the ground. Looked like a kid chasing after a rolling Easter egg during those Easter egg roll traditions, but just couldn't get a hold of it.
So with the basketball, it's Warburton, left side, dribbles in the paint, picks up his dribble. Swings it over to the right side. It goes to Carlson. Shot good.
And that's what I was saying. Carlson is very consistent from the short corner if you let him get heated up. And now he had this miss, but now he's finally finding his rhythm.
Actually from the left side, and it's 5-2 Dinos. Juab with the basketball. They'll pass around. 3-point shot up. No good. Rebound Carbon. Baker with the miss. We come the other way. Lancaster ahead to Warburton. Drives all the way. Stops. Kicks it back outside to Cannon. Cannon to Lancaster. Lancaster for three. Good! From the left wing. Lancaster for three. And the Dinos are up 8-2, and they start the game shooting well.
Yeah, they're shooting those threes, and you watch them warm up, Sonny, and they're taking those threes at a very high clip, and it's converting into game performance.
Baker to Park. Park swings it over the left side. It goes to Baker. This is Tyson Baker. Baker outside. It goes to Trent Baker. Back to Tyson. Three no good. Good offensive rebound that time by Rowley. His shot up no good. Lots of contact. No whistle. We come the other way. Carlson with the rebound. Gives it to Lancaster. Lancaster to Warburton. Swing it over to the left side. It goes to Cannon Mortensen. Back to Lancaster. Lancaster slowed things up a little bit to the top circle to Warburton with 19 on the shot clock. Dinos reset the offense. 4:59 left first quarter. They lead 8-2. Lancaster trying to get the ball down underneath. Good defense by Juab. Swing it around. Goes to Carlson on the baseline. This time doesn't get the roll. And the rebound, Rowley. Rowley brings it up the floor past the half-court stripe. Down in the corner, it goes to Baker. Here's a three-point shot. Good. Trent Baker for three. So we have a Tyson Baker and a Trent Baker. That one was Trent, and it's 8-5.
And Trent is one of those sharp shooters. If he can get a rhythm going, if he can get heated up, he is scary from beyond the arc.
Warburton swings it over to Lancaster, drives inside from 10, short. Rebound comes down to Tyson Baker. Whistle and a foul on Lancaster. Just a little bump foul in the backcourt. That's those kind of fouls that you just don't want to see that far away from the basket.
Yeah, if you're gonna go for a foul, you want to make sure it's something that's going to have an impact on the game, like a fast break opportunity, something like that. You don't want to be doing it in an empty court where really a foul is not beneficial to you. It only hurts you.
4:10 left to play. Juab throws it in the backcourt. Now it'll be a turnover. It's the first turnover of the ball game, and it belongs to Juab, and the Dinos have the basketball. 8-5, 4:07 left to play here in the first quarter. Dinos with the lead, and Warburton will throw the ball in front of Juab's bench.
And I like the new style of offense Carbon has started running in the latter half of the season. Earlier it was a lot of helter-skelter. No one really looked like they knew where they were going. Now they've really slowed it down. They run a lot of set, but they get themselves open. They have open shooters on the perimeter and sometimes on the interior, and it's working so much better for them.
Down in the paint. Shot up and good. Ty Mortensen gets down low, gets the high percentage look, and it drops. and the Dinos have doubled up Juab. 10-5, 3:49 left to play in the first quarter. Perimeter passing for Juab. Good defense by the Dinos. Kicks it outside to Park. Park back between the circles. Swings it left side to Tyson Baker. Baker down underneath. It goes to Stoll. Shot is up and no good, and the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Orth with the rebound. He checked into the ball game on the last dead ball, and we have a whistle.
Knee brace falling on the court. But still, that's what he does in the warm-ups. He's looking to get those little short baby hooks, trying to lift the ball over any opposing defender's arms. And a lot of times he's going to have that fall at a high clip. So far this game, though, Dinos have used their length, and they've been able to get a good grasp on that shot. And that's what's helped them build the 10-5 advantage and get possession of the ball back. Juab's looking a little frazzled right now. There's the old adage that you come into a road game and you're already down 8 or 10. Carbon is playing like they know that right now.
Ty, Cannon, Orth, Warburton, Lancaster on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. With the basketball, Warburton swings it to Lancaster. Down low, it goes to Cannon. Cannon Mortensen in the paint. Whistle and a travel. Turnover for the Dinos.
I'd say less travel, more snap takedown, like they were in a wrestling match. Don't know what they were looking at, but yeah, I guess if you do lose both feet underneath you, it is a travel.
Yep. 10-5, 3:14 left to play first quarter. Past the half-court stripe goes Park. Park swings it left side. Baker to Rowley. Down underneath it goes Stoll. Shot up, no good. Blocked out of bounds. Remains with Juab. Shot clock has 18, plenty of time left to play. Checking into the ballgame for the Dinos will be Branch and Carlson. And Carter Branch, the sophomore, he had a great game the other night, Wednesday night.
Did finish with 7 points, several key threes for the Dinos in Mount Pleasant.
Bounce pass in, knocked away, controlled by the Dinos. Turnover number 2 for Juab. Coming up with the basketball, it's Lancaster. Down the right side he comes. Hands the ball off to Warburton. He'll dribble between the circles now. Goes around a screen set by Orth. Swings it down in the corner to Branch. Branch Carlson on the baseline, good. Carlson with that little turnaround shot on the left baseline. And the Dinos are up 12-5, and Juab wants a timeout.
And the fans
so the Dinos pick up where they left off the other night, Aiden, and they're up 12-5.
And that's what they needed to do. They had the momentum going in their favor. They needed to seize it coming back home against a very tough Juab team. Right now, Sonny, they're making the Wasps look small. And I don't just mean that figuratively. I'm meaning literally. You look at the difference in size of centers. You got Stowell, he stands about 6 foot nothing, right? You have Carlson, Lancaster, and both Mortensons. They are about 6'3" and above. They tower over the Juab Wasps, and that's given them a distinct advantage in the rebounding battle, and they've seized that, and they're also blocking shots down in the paint. They're doing what they have to do defensively to set themselves up on the offensive side.
Well, you got Austin Park averaging 20 points per game, and with 2:37 left to play in the first quarter, he hasn't took a shot. The defense have done a good job on Park. With the basketball now, it is Juab. Bounce pass goes to Rowley. Rowley down to Stoll. Kick it back outside to Baker, and he traveled. Before he put the ball on the ground, he picked up that pivot foot. They get the call. Turnover number 3. Dinos ball up 7 with 2:26 left first quarter.
And I get it. Sometimes you get a little excited that the ball's hitting your hands. You're trying to think of all the things you're going to do. Are you going to get to the basket with a dribble move? Are you going to take the shot? And then you just start shuffling those feet a little bit, and that's what he did there.
Warburton with the ball. Knocked away, he gets it back. Kicks it over to Carlson again. Baseline left, good. And Maxwell Carlson has found his shot on the baseline. 14-5, Dinos up 9. Ball knocked away, turnover. Dinos fast break the other way. 4-on-2. Ahead it goes, lay it up, count it, and a foul!
My goodness.
Checking into the ball game with Case Griffith. He makes his presence known immediately. Goes in for the layup, count it, and a foul. Chance for a three-point play.
And Park had a shot there. He was trying to get it. He caught the ball in the high post. Rips it away as Carter Warburton as they go racing to the other end. A nice fast break. Transition to Griffith. Finishes strong at the rim over the long arms of a Juab defender. Gets the and one opportunity. And Sonny, the Dinos are cooking.
Free throw was up and good. Mazzoni comes into the ballgame for Warburton. 17-5 the score with the basketball to Park. Swing it over to the left side. It goes to Baker. Austin with the bounce pass to Rowley. Rowley picks up his dribble. Double team. Back outside it goes to Baker. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Back to Rowley, back to Baker. Baker swings it over to Park. Fakes the three. Now drives inside. Nice pass down underneath. Shot up by Rowley is no good, but a whistle and a foul, and he'll shoot free throws. That was a nice pass that time by Park to make that play happen.
And you have players on the Dinos bench saying that was all ball, but up from our bird's eye view, you could see Carlson caught the hand of the shooter. And unfortunately, that does lead to some quick free throws.
First one is up and no good. So the Dinos lead by 12, 17-5. Checking into the ball game for Juab will be number 24, Paxton Ramsey.
Ramsey on the season as good for about 2 points a game.
Ramsey, the junior, and it comes for the Carbon Dinos. They break the press easily. Ahead to Carlson. Baseline shot. Short this time, and the rebound comes down to Ramsey.
That time there's a little contact as he goes up for it. That kind of threw him off his rhythm.
Ball goes almost in the backcourt, controlled by Juab. Juab a little bit sloppy here in quarter number 1 with a minute 13 left to play. Move on the baseline, shot up and good. That's a beautiful play by Trent Baker. He has 5 in the ball game, 17-8.
That was a real teardrop.
Pizzoni with the ball right side. Gives it to Orth. Orth drives the baseline. Kicks it back outside to Branch. Branch holds. Down to Carlson in the paint. Pass back to Branch. Branch fakes, puts it up and in off the glass. Carter Branch for 2. And it's a 19-8 Dino lead under a minute.
The sophomore moving like a senior, Sonny. That was a veteran post move by the young Carter Branch, helping the Dinos off the bench.
Ball knocked away. Park gets it back, whistle and a foul on the ground.
Yeah, and there's lots of contact there. You can understand why that whistle was blown. Was a little bit of a loose ball situation. They were fighting for it. Sometimes you're going to see refs let it play. Other times you're going to see a quick whistle like that. Just depends on what the officiating crew's looking like that night.
Baseline throw in for Juab, and in it comes to Rowley. Rowley gives it to Park. Clock's not running. There it goes.
You spoke it into existence.
Yep. About 5 seconds. The clock did not run. We're ready to go now. 20 seconds left play. Doesn't matter because Juab's going to wait for the last shot anyway.
Yeah,
so.
shot clock was off. You're not trying to rush anything.
On the baseline, bounce pass, knocked out of bounds by Carbon. Juab ball on the baseline.
And the Dinos' defense has been stellar tonight. You can tell that Juab walked into this game after beating Carbon by 30 the previous matchup. They walked in thinking they'd win by virtue of just showing up, and the Dinos have punched them in the mouth.
And it comes. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds, goes to Carbon. The 3-point shot was no good by Trent Baker, and the Dinos have plenty of time to get a shot off, 8 seconds.
And kind of an ill-advised shot there. You want to watch that clock tick down just a little bit because now Carbon has a chance, and they've been shooting lights out from deep.
Pizzoni travels with the basketball, and that's only the Dinos' second turnover of the quarter. 2.3 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. The Dinos lead 19-8. In it comes. Rowley drives inside. Shot up. No foul, and that's how the quarter ends. We've played 1 quarter of basketball here at Carbon High School. The Dinos lead Juab 19-8. We'll take a break. When we come back, Carbon Dino basketball right here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Feel the force of the Ram heavy-duty truck, the power horse beast that thrills with its performance. Hi, this is Thad. Imagine saving up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. Auto Farm has 15 at the ready and waiting for a test drive, including 5 hard-to-find dualies, exceptional strength, unprecedented durability, and might that echoes in every gear shift. Demand the best from your heavy-duty jobs. Demand a Ram heavy-duty from Auto Farm. Because with Ram, it's just not driving. It's just not a lifestyle. Don't just imagine. Come in and test drive away today.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Great first quarter for the Carbon Dinos. They lead 19-8. Juab will have the ball first to start the second quarter. With the basketball, it's Park. Park swings it left side. It goes to Ramsey. Back over to Park. Park with the bounce pass down to Rowley, and he traveled. Turnover number 5 for Juab. Comes with 7:47 left to play in the second quarter. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Full court pressure being applied by Juab. Dinos break it easily. Great pass down the floor to Cannon Mortensen, and he is fouled and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That was a great pass. I believe it was from Warburton. Am I right?
Yep, full court pass from Warburton to Cannon Mortensen. Paxton Ramsey has a good block opportunity. He stays straight up. He's still probably getting the same result, but he brings the arm down. What players need to recognize is that's a lot of what officials are looking for.
Cannon Mortensen's first free throw is up, and the senior hits number 1, so it's 20-8. One more free throw to come for
lane violation.
And a lane violation, so they don't get the second free throw. So it goes over to Juab with the Dinos up 12-28. Park with the basketball. Yet to put the ball in the basket. Swings it over to Baker. Baker has it stolen. Stolen by Bozzoni. Takes it all the way. Stops. Puts it up. He traveled.
That's devastating. It was a good call.
Yep.
It's a good call. I agree. But just it's devastating to see, especially when the shot falls like that. You know, it's one of the worst feelings you can have as a player.
With the basketball, the Juab Wasps trailing 20-8. 3-point shot down the barrel, good. 3-point shot by Trent Baker. He has 8. Full court pressure being applied, stolen by Baker. Bounce pass down to Rowley. Kick it back outside to Baker. Ball blocked. That should be a jump ball. Yes.
Jump ball, Carbon's favor with the possession arrow. And the fans are on their feet, Sonny. My goodness. But you got to watch out for Trent Baker. He's kind of who did the Dinos in last time. They had a good first quarter, but then he really heated up from deep. And he has that ability to shoot from near anywhere on the floor and connect. And he showed it off on the 2 possessions ago.
Rowley out. Baker back in for Juab. Full court pressure. They break it easily. Warburton, beautiful pass ahead to a cutting Jackson Bozzoni, and he puts it in for 2, and it's 22-11. Juab with the ball in the paint. It goes to Jacob Rowley, who just checked into the ball game. Kick it outside to Trent Baker. 3-point shot from the baseline left is good. He has 11.
And he is deadly when it comes to that 3-point shot. Excuse me, Tyson Baker making that shot.
That was Tyson. Yeah. Got the Bakers mixed up there, Aiden. Warburton with the ball. Here's a runner. No good. Rebound comes down to Juab. 22-14. Jacob Rowley with the ball. Swings it over left side. 3-point shot up, hits rim, and that's it. Bounces out, no good by Trent Baker. Rebound Dinos. Here comes Bozzoni. Double team. Picks up his dribble. It's going to be a jump ball.
That's a jump ball and a lot of attitude there from Tyson Baker. He's trying to mean mug the Carbon fans. And that's not something you want to do here because there's already bad blood between these two schools, and that goes back to a few years. But it's one of those things where Juab has been in such a good program for such a prolonged period of time that you're bound to have a few people not really be your biggest fans if they're not from Nephi. That's kind of what it has become in the 3A classification.
Trent Baker, ball knocked away. Ball goes back to Landon Hooper. His shot blocked and controlled by the Dinos. Here come the Dinos the other way. It's Warburton. Drives all the way, gives it down to Orth. Orth in the paint, count it! A nice little move in the paint by Kyler Orth. And the Dinos have some energy, and it's a 24-14 game.
My goodness, Kyler Orth checking into the game, having immediate impact.
Shot up and good. Tyson Baker, I think he got away with a little push-off there. Made the shot, however, and then the full court pressure and a turnover for the Dinos. Lay it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Tyson Baker. Kick it outside to Park for 3, no good long. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. There's a guy wide open down the floor. It is Ty Mortensen, and he'll lay it up and in.
Good patience by Ty. He fakes Park out of his shoes, watches him fly by. Had a bit of time. Yeah, you could write down and do some homework, but he finishes with a nice layup, and they build this lead back up to 10.
Aiden, that sounds like a football call there. Wide open down the floor, but that's exactly what it was.
It was. Cannon Mortensen looked like a quarterback down to Ty. It was incredible.
Trent Baker's 3, no good. Rebound Dinos. Warburton with the basketball. 4:44 and running left to play first half. Dinos lead by 10. Warburton with it, guarded closely. Drives in the paint, puts it up off the glass, count it. Nice play by Carter Warburton. He found a little gap. He went to the basket, used his left hand, laid it up and in, 28-16.
Lulled him in with a little slowness, and then he bursts with a spike of speed and gets the layup.
Parks can't hold it. Dinos got it, but Park gets it back. In the paint, underneath, no good. Whistle and the foul.
That was great patience by Park in the paint. He goes for 2 shot fakes, gets defender after defender up into the air, and then he throws himself into him, baits the foul, and gets a chance at the free throw line.
You got a guy averaging 20 points a game. He's yet to score. The last thing you want him to do is to get started. Now he has an opportunity to see the ball go in the basket at the free throw line and get things rolling, and the first free throw was up and good. Sometimes that's all it takes for somebody to get in the groove of the game.
It is, especially if you're a consistent scorer like Park is. You don't see many high school players averaging over 20 points a game like he is. He is a scary scorer if he has the chance to get it going.
Both free throws good for Park. He has 2 now in the ball game. 2 for 3 from the free throw line for Juab with 4 minutes left to play, 28-18. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Juab. Turnover number 5 for the Dinos.
I like how into this game the student section is getting. They're arguing with every call, right or wrong. They're letting their voice be heard, and that can really impact the play on the court of both teams. It really fires you up if it's your home crowd.
Tyson Baker, bounce pass down to Rowley on the baseline. Kick at the Park, 3-point line left side. Back to Baker. Ball knocked away in a turnover. That's number 7, but then Juab gets it right back. So both teams with the turnover, and a 3-point shot by Park is good, and like we said, that free throws could get him going, and now he hits a 3, and it's down to 7. The turnover for the Dinos as they try to get it past a half-court stripe. Here comes Juab the other way. Baker picks up his dribble, gives it to Park, fakes the 3, drives inside, lay it up, count it, and a foul.
Yep, he is heated up, Sonny. I think it's fair to say he makes those 2 free throws, hits the big 3, now gets another and 1 opportunity. He is lighting it up right now. And some of these plays, it looks like Juab's showing that they're also the 8-time reigning champion Utah wrestling champions. Lots of contact on the floor.
28-23. Before the free throw was shot, we have a timeout, Carbon, and we will take it with them. Carbon Dinos right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. 28-23. Dinos lead Juab by 5 when we return.
Hi, this is Tim Frame, manager at Cache Valley Bank. Are you getting ready to tackle some spring projects, or are you already making summer plans? Now is a good time to stop in and see how Cache Valley Bank can assist you. With a great team of friendly, knowledgeable bankers, we can provide you with the financial tools needed to help you succeed. We are dedicated to providing you with the personalized attention you deserve. Come visit us at 82 West Main Street in Price, and let us show you what opening and
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
28-23 the score. The Carbon Dinos leading by 5, and at the free throw line is Austin Park.
Park, he's shown why he's a 20-point-per-game scorer. The last time these two teams met, he didn't have the opportunity to heat up as much. He finished that game with 4 points, but a slew of assists, and now he's showing off his scoring ability for the Wasps as he is really taking this game over.
Free throw, good. He has 8. Go ahead, Aiden.
He's so confident in that form.
Yeah. Dinos with the ball. Four-court pressure being applied once again. They break it this time. Griffith with the bounce pass to Carlson. Carlson's shot is up, no good. Another shot up and no good. And the rebound comes down to Juab. 28-24, 3:10 left to play. Swing it over to the left side. It goes to Settle. Cross-court pass goes to Tyson Baker. Kick it outside to Park for 3. Good. He has 11.
He's playing like he's all alone out there, Sonny. He is getting any sort of space, and it just looks like nothing can stop him right now.
28-27. Dinos lead by 1. Bounce pass goes to Warburton right side. Drives in. Little spin move. Good. On the baseline right. Warburton has 4. 30-27.
Carter cutting to the basket is like watching a painter at work. He knows where the strokes need to go, when he needs to spin, what he needs to do with his body to navigate the paint, and he does it oh so well.
Blocking foul on Carlson on the baseline. Will be team foul number 3 for the Dinos. Only one so far on Juab here in the quarter with 2:29 left to play. Dinos lead by 3.
And the Dinos have watched this lead slowly slip away from them. That's in part due to Austin Park. He entered this second quarter with nothing. He's got 11 in the past few minutes. He is lighting it up. They need to find a way to stop him again, and fast.
Yep, he got to that free throw line, and that got him going. Swing it over to the right side. It goes to Rowley. Down low, it goes to Baker. Tyson, double team, swings it back outside. Settle gives it down underneath. Stoll, shot up and no good. Second shot up, no good. Rebound, Dinos. Had a couple of good looks, couldn't get it to drop, and the rebound comes down to Cannon. Tries to get over to Orth on the left side, and he overthrows him for the turnover. Turnover number 8 for the Dinos. 7 for Juab, and the Dinos lead by 3 with 2:06 left in the quarter.
And what's happening right now, Sonny, is Carbon is starting to let old habits creep back in. They're trying to rush a lot of things. They're letting it impact the pass like they're soaring over their teammates' head, and they're letting it impact their shot selection.
Swing it over to the left side. It goes to Park. Park back outside, goes to Settle. Down the Stoll, back over the Park on the left baseline. Finds a little gap, drives in the paint, puts it up and in. He has 13. 30-29, Dinos up 1. Full court pressure had been being applied by Juab. The Dinos thought they were going to break it, but it's stolen. Nice defensive play by Juab. The ball goes ahead. Saved. He didn't step out.
No, he didn't.
Down underneath it goes. Kick it back outside. 3-point shots blocked. Nice block that time by Cannon Mortensen. Lancaster with it. Dinos with the basketball.
Cannon and Ty are wreaking havoc when it comes to the block department. They have several this game. They're soaring up, tapping it out of the air, and that's what's helping Carbon stay in the lead here.
30-29, Dinos by 1 with the ball. Cannon Mortensen for 3. This time no good. Offensive rebound by Ty Mortensen. Kick it outside to Lancaster. Drives the baseline right. Shot up no good. Rebound Tyson Baker. Whistling a foul on the Dinos. Foul number 4.
And they're giving a lot of contact down low in the paint, but they are doing the same thing on the other end defensively. It's been a pretty evenly called game in that department. Just some calls, as a Dinos fan, you'd wish would go their direction, but I'm sure the Juab loyal here are feeling the same way.
Kima comes in for Orth for the Dinos. Under a minute left to play, second quarter. Dinos lead by 1. With the basketball, it's Tyson Baker. Past the half-court stripe, comes right side. Gives the ball off to Settle. Back outside, it goes to Baker. Baker stops at the free throw line. Rolling on the baseline to Park for 3. This time no good. Rebound underneath by Stoll, will put it up and in. Stoll with his first basket of the ball game. Juab has a 31-30 lead. Nice comeback for Juab. Dinos with the last shot opportunity. The shot clock's off. Game clock 20.
I'm kind of shocked that Park missed that 3. He was wide open. That was probably the most space he's had all night. Just couldn't convert.
Warburton gives it off to Tima. Fakes the 3. There's a bump foul, number 2. Foul number 2 on Juab, and it comes with 9 seconds left to play. Checking into the ballgame will be Carter Branch.
And Juab has played very disciplined defense. That's why they only sit at 2 fouls. They play aggressive, but they also play very smart. They're not going for any unnecessary reaches, any unnecessary movement down. They're staying tall, and they're just sticking to the fundamentals. They're playing defense a lot with their feet.
Branch in for Lancaster. Dinos will throw it in on the baseline. Just on the left side of the basket. In it comes the team. A shot up. No good. That was a good look. Just couldn't get it to go, and a whistle and a foul on Carbon.
That's going to send him to the line. That's the Dinos' 5th foul with 6 seconds left in the game.
Fouls on Branch. Branch first foul. Team foul, as you said, Aiden number 5. And to the free throw line goes Maddox Stowell.
Now, the Dinos have kind of found a transformative presence in those sophomores on the squad, Bizzoni, Griffith, and Branch, but you got to keep in mind they are still sophomores. They are going to do things like that sometimes, those fouls of frustration.
Free throw up and good. Juab 4 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. The Dinos 2 for 2. Free throw number 2 to come. Eyes the bucket for free throw number 2, puts it up. And it's good as well. He has 4 in the game. Dinos with the basketball. 3 seconds left. Warburton tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. The Dinos turn it over. So the Dinos led for most of this game. But a nice comeback towards the end of the second quarter And it looks like Juab's going to go in with a 3-point, maybe more halftime lead, depending on what happens here in the last 1.4 seconds.
That feels like Carbon just got complacent for a second.
No shot. That's how the first half ends. We've played a half of basketball here at Carbon High School. Juab 33, the Carbon Dinos 30. When we come back, it'll be time for the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Do you sell lightsaber chopsticks?
No.
Bagpipes?
Definitely not.
Screaming goats?
What?
I thought you said you had something for everyone.
Yes, something for everyone that needs any type of new roof or siding.
Oh, so no cowbells?
No, we're roofing and siding experts, but maybe with more cowbell.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. CleanCutRoofingSiding.com. Discover peace of mind with Dawn's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents, ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Dawn's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
At Desert View Federal Credit Union, driving away in your dream car is as seamless as the open road. With personalized lending solutions and branches in Huntington and Farron, getting the financing for your new car, truck, or SUV is easy. Desert View Federal Credit Union can even finance RVs. Experience the credit union difference. Go talk to a loan officer today.
Membership and eligibility apply. Loans on approved credit. Member NCUA.
At Desert View, it's all about you.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show here at Carbon High School tonight. Got a good crowd on hand for a big game for the Carbon Dinos after coming off that win over North St. Pete on the road Wednesday night, 70-61, trying to take 2 region games in a row. But you got a Juab team that comes into town ranked number 5, 12-4 overall, 5-2 in region play. This is a good basketball team, but you know what? The Dinos are hanging with Juab at halftime, 33-30 Juab. The Dinos led most of the first half.
They did, and then Austin Park happened. Austin Park, the senior Juab player, committing baseball for BYU. So you know he's an athletic freak of nature if he's going Division I in any sport.
Right.
And you know, we talked about it. He needed just one opportunity to watch that ball go into the basket before he could take over this game, and that's exactly what he did. He gets sent to the free throw line. He makes both. And from there, he scores about 10 unanswered points. He goes absolutely insane in the paint, on the perimeter. Wherever he was tearing up the Dinos. And that's how Juab was able to claw into this lead. I mean, overall, it's a kind of balanced scoring effort, but a bulk of it coming from Park and by Trent Baker, who has 8 points.
Yep. Austin Park, the senior, leads the way. As you said, 13 points all in the second quarter. He was scoreless in the first quarter. And the senior Trent Baker with 8 points as well. Tyson Baker with 5 points and Maddox Stoll with 4. Jay Rowley with 2 for Juab for a total of 33 points. They outscored the Dinos 25-11 in the second quarter after trailing the Dinos 19-11 at the end of one. They were 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and Juab with 7 turnovers.
And so it's a very even turnover battle between these two teams, and that's a big part of why Carbon was able to build up as big of a lead as they had in the first place. They were ripping the ball away anytime it would get into the paint. They were playing great interior defense, forcing it to go the other way, and really pushing the pace. They had a lot of very good reads passing-wise, finding open men about 3/4 down court that they were able to turn into easy baskets.
Something that I really like seeing in the first half for the Dinos. They had 9 players. Aiden put the ball in the basket in the first half.
Yeah, I love the balanced scoring effort, Sonny. It's always exciting to see when teams like this can take over. And, you don't have one concrete designated scorer on the Wasps. You have a bunch of players, or on the Dinos, you have a bunch of players who can really put the ball in the basket. And looking at it, a lot of these players are really young. You're looking at a lot of juniors and sophomores getting a lot of game time, and that's good for the program overall. I mean, that's something that development this early in their young careers is going to be key as they move on into the Brower era of coaching.
Yeah, leading the way for the Carbon Dinos is Maxwell Carlson. 6 points in the ball game. He has found his spot on the baseline. Right or left side from about 8 to 10 feet. He loves that baseline shot, and he's hitting it consistently.
Yeah, he owns the short corner, Sonny, and he is just dominating there. He had one miss to start the game, but after that, he really found his stroke from that spot. As long as Juab wasn't making contact with him by playing physical, that's how they're kind of able to neutralize his game in that short corner.
Senior Cannon Mortensen and junior Ty Mortensen both with 4 points, along with the junior Carter Warburton, 4 points as well for the Carbon Dinos. So those three making an impact in the game.
It is. It's a very balanced scoring effort. Like you said, a lot of excitement with this group. I mean, you're looking, like I said earlier, you got juniors and sophomores getting in on the fun very heavily. Carlson has 6, Lancaster has 3, Cannon has 4, but outside of that, everyone else is an underclassman.
Evan Lancaster with 3, Case Griffith with 3. Then you got Jackson Bazzoni with 2, Carter Branch with 2 for the Carbon Dinos for a total of 30 points. They have shot 2 free throws, made them both, and they've turned the ball over 10 times so far in the first half. That's how the stats look.
Yeah, and it's going to be paramount that Carbon takes care of the ball going in. That's how that's what really helped them build up that first quarter lead. They were taking care of the ball. They've let old habits kind of creep back into their game plan, Sonny. They speed up. They're making plays that really don't need to be made. They're not there. They're trying to force shots that aren't there. That what they need to do coming out of the half, take a deep breath and let the patience back into your game. It's hard to do. I mean, basketball is a very fast-paced game, but when you can slow it down, that's when you can start dissecting defenses. You can find the open man, make the right shots, and come back and win this game. Take one from the top 5 team in the state.
I think you and me both agree on. We don't agree on a lot.
That we don't.
But one thing we do. I'm kidding. We do. One thing we do agree on, however, though, is momentum. And the momentum is a huge thing, and you've seen it. As soon as Park seen the ball go in the basket, you felt the momentum switch to Juab. Now the Dinos got to get that momentum back.
Yeah, they got to work hard. They got to be able to take that away from him. You need to make him miss. And they got that started when he missed the wide open 3 in the corner. That can kind of rattle a player's confidence. They want to take that back away from him. If they can do that, they're going to be able to take him out of the equation, and they're going to have to force everyone else to try and win this game. And they did that in North St. Pete, Sonny, and it didn't work for the Hawks, and I don't think it will work for the Wasps either.
So we will come back for the second half, 33-30. Halftime, you've been listening to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball, 95-3 the Peak, where the Dinos play, and the Dinos get the ball first to start the second half.
And over on halftime on our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, the Emory Spartans are up 34-22 over the Delta Rabbits at half.
We'll have some scores here. Next time we have a timeout, we'll get you some scores from around the state of Utah, and there's a turnover for the Dinos on a offensive foul away from the ball.
Yeah, moving screen. They're calling that one against Ty Mortensen. Trying to gain some separation, just didn't quite get his feet set. A moving screen is like an offensive charge. It's hard to gauge, but when you see it, you kind of know what it is.
With the basketball, it's Trent Baker. Kick it outside to Tyson Baker. Tyson drives inside. That was too easy. Tyson just found a little gap. He drove right to the basket. Nobody even bothered him, and he just got a 99% shot look.
Hey, he looks calm. He looked really nonchalant about that maneuver.
Warburton with the basketball, 35-30. Dinos need a basket here. Whistle on the travel. So the Dinos have had 2 turnovers to start the third quarter, 2 possessions.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers. That's not a winning formula, Sonny. You want to clean up at least one of those areas. You can't be having empty possessions, and you also can't be turning over the ball at such a high clip.
With the basketball, Juab. Park swings it over to Baker. Baker, tip of the key, drives inside, picks up his dribble, bounce pass goes to Stoll. Down underneath, nice look to Rowley, but he has a pretty easy shot that he can't get to drop, and it goes out of bounds belonging to the Dinos. Good look at the basket. So 3 possessions for Juab and 3 really good looks at the basket.
And Stoll just hasn't been himself tonight when it comes to those short corner plays, and they're calling a double dribble against Cannon.
It's a good call.
It is.
He did. Yep.
It's hard to agree with the refs, but when they make a good call, you got to give them credit. If you're going to give them crap for the bad ones, you got to give them credit for the good ones.
Turnover for the Dinos, number 13. So 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Dinos. They haven't got to look at the basket.
That felt like 2.5 possessions and 3 turnovers. They weren't able to get across half court.
That's true. Baker with the basketball. Bounce pass goes to the right side. It goes back to Baker. Baker swings it back over to Trent Baker. Trent and Tyson play catch. Tyson drives inside, picks up his dribble, bounce pass goes to Park. Park with a very good look to a cutting Jay Rowley, and he gets the easy 2, and it's 37-30.
Yeah, that was just a great pass. There's no way around it. That was a stellar maneuver by Park to find an open teammate.
Lancaster with the ball. Jump step, shot good. Nice play by Evan Lancaster. Little jump step to get open and then put it down, 37-32. Much needed basket for the Dinos, Aiden.
I feel like the post move is kind of going out of style, but when you see a good one like that, it makes you remember how effective they really are.
Tyson Baker comes back down the other way and hits that mid-range jumper, 39-32. Timeout, Dinos. That's a good timeout by Coach Brower, because every single offensive possession that Juab has had in this third quarter, they've had a high percentage open look at the basket.
Yeah, you need to slow the momentum, take a second, regroup, gather yourself. You're not down double digits yet. You're only down 7. You have the ball again. You have a chance now to make something happen for yourself. You can take back over and, just kind of go back to what you were doing in that first quarter, because that was a beautiful first quarter of basketball. We can't really say it anymore. I don't think that was their best quarter of basketball, but it was a very good one. But they need to recapture that lightning in a bottle.
We've been saying through the season, that might be their best quarter, but honestly, we really can't say that anymore because they're having so many good quarters now. The Dinos are improving with every game.
That they are, and it's really hard. If you hear us say from here on out that was their best quarter of the season, that's going to mean something. That's going to mean something really went well for the Dinos, both offensively and defensively.
Absolutely. Warburton with the basketball at the top circle, half-court stripe. Walks it past. Nobody picks him up. He still dribbles. Now goes between the circles to the tip of the key. Swings it over to Mortensen. It's Ty. Back to Warburton. Warburton had a gap. Got past his defender, didn't realize it. Throws it back outside to Ty. to Lancaster, and that's a foul, as it's going to be an offensive foul or a foul on Juab.
They're calling that against Trent Baker. Drops his shoulder into ties. He's trying to set the screen. You can't drop the shoulder. That's when you're going to get in trouble. Now, was it a moving screen? Maybe.
I kind of felt like they both did. I think it was a 50-50 call.
Yeah, it was up in the air. It's like pass interference, Sonny. You can never really tell. It's really up to the ref calling it.
Warburton with the basketball between the circles, swings it right side to Cannon. Cannon Mortensen puts the ball on the ground, double team. Nice pass underneath the Orth. He'll score it and a foul. That's a great pass by Mortensen. Orth got great position, finished the shot, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot one. 39-34. The Dinos are hanging tough.
And that's the impact Orth has on these games, Sonny. You could tell that they were missing him during that opening stretch of region play. But now with him back, they look like a much improved team. He adds a lot of value on the court.
Free throw good. Dinos 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Juab with the basketball, pressure being applied by the Dinos. They break it. Does Juab kick it over in the corner? With the ball, it's Trent Baker. Bounce pass on the baseline. Down underneath, ball knocked away, turnover, Juab. Here come the Dinos the other way. Fast break, Juab gets back on defense. Cannon sets it up, gives it to Lancaster to Warburton. Top circle, sets the offense. 25 on the shot clock, 5:03 left and running here in the third. 39-35 the score. Juab with the lead, Dinos with the ball. Warburton with it on the right side. He'll go around the screen, set by Orth. Little pick and roll play to Orth. Good defense by Juab. The ball knocked away in a turnover. That was good rotation on the defensive side for Juab that time.
It was, and a little miscommunication from Carbon. They had two players cut into the basket, bounces off both of them as Juab comes up with a steal.
Tip it outside. It goes to Tyson Baker, and he'll set the offense with 20. Baker goes left side, swings it to the left side. Three-point shot, good. Trent Baker with 13 in the ball game. He hits the three from the left wing. 42-35, back up to 7. Warburton with the ball for the Dinos. Past a half-court stripe, picked up there by Baker. Goes left side, around the screen set by Ty. Once again, good defense by Juab. Making the Dinos offense work here in the third quarter, but a nice lob pass down underneath to Ty Mortensen, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. That was a nice pass in the paint to draw that foul.
And it's because Juab is running a 2-3 zone, right? They have two guys playing up in the high post, but their back line of those three players, they're playing a little too far up. They're not playing on the low block. They're playing up at the first hash. And it really opens up post players. If you can notice that and seal it off, you can get easy entrance passes and an easy look at the hoop.
Free throw by Orth is up and good. 42-36. They've cut it to a two-possession game. Lancaster comes out. Branch comes in. Some good minutes for Lancaster.
It is. He really has an impact on the court, as do all of these players. You can tell that this isn't a one-man show for any of these players. This is a full team effort.
Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound by Orth. Put it in and a foul.
Well, you want to make the free throw, but if you don't, that's the next best thing that can happen to you.
Orth gets the foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. The ball has been on this side of the court for a while, and that's usually a good thing.
It is, and statistically, Orth is a better player in the second half. In the first half of action, we usually see him score about 2-4 points. When he was first healthy to open the season, second half he was averaging about 12 points per game. He's looking to recapture what he had before the injury.
Free throw no good. Rebound Juab. 42-38, up by 4 with the ball, the Juab Wasps. Past the half-court stripe, comes settled with the ball. He just checked into the game. Between the circles, picked up there by Warburton, goes right side to Rowley. Back to settle, down low. It goes to Park in the paint. Shot up and good. Count it and a foul.
And Park is just so patient in those low block situations. Any aspiring big could do good to watch his game down there. Any guard even. He spates players into positions they don't want to be. He doesn't pick up his dribble, but he has a nice good body fake. Gets defenders up in the air and buys himself trips to the charity stripe.
Free throw good. Something we watch quite often now. 4 fouls on Juab, only 2 on the Dinos. So the Dinos can play a little bit aggressive here in this last 3:42. They'll be shooting free throws on the next Juab foul. Swing it outside. It goes to Mortensen. Mortensen to Ty. Ty drives inside, kicks it outside. It goes to Branch. Branch to Cannon. Cannon to Warburton. Warburton. 3-point shot. No good. Offensive rebound. Orth whistle and a foul. Orth was in the right place, got the offensive rebound. He fought for position, got it, got the offensive rebound, and he gets rewarded to the free throw line to shoot 2.
He did. Offensive rebounding is a battle of wills. If you want it, you're going to be able to come away with it. They're fighting hard underneath the basket as Orth gets the positioning he needs and gets a trip to the line by courtesy of being hacked.
Free throw up and no good. Dinos 4 for 7 from the line. Juab 6 for 7. Second free throw up, and it's short off the front of the rim as well. And the rebound comes down to Juab. 4 for 8 now for the Dinos, 50% from the free throw line. Past the break, they get it. Swing at the rollie. Ball goes out of bounds. Off Juab, Dino ball, turnover.
And Stowell just hasn't been playing his best game. Normally he's averaging about 8 points, 8 rebounds. Tonight he's been neutralized in the paint by the long arms of the Dinos. Cannon, Ty, Evan, and Maxwell just absolutely have been eating him up in a spot where he's used to dominating. And another quick foul. That's going to be number 3 on Baker. Both Tyson and Trey have 3 fouls now. Those are 2 key players for Juab. Those are some sharp shooters, and they're kind of committing fouls of frustration. These aren't good fouls they're taking a lot of these times.
Now the Dinos shooting free throws, they got to take advantage of this 5-2 foul thing. They didn't last time. They got up to the free throw line and missed them both. They got to make their free throws here. Free throw up and good. And Cannon Mortensen has 5 in the ball game. The Dinos trail by 6. It's back to 2 possession.
And you watched pregame, Cannon and Ty were taking those free throws during warm-ups, and it's showing in the game as they've been the Dinos who can convert on these opportunities.
Second free throw good as well. So Cannon walks up to the free throw line and hits them both, 45-40. Juab with the lead in the ball. It's Park with it. Park with a little lob over to Ramsey on the right side. Ramsey kicks it back outside. It goes to Settle. Over to Park in the corner left side. Guarded closely there by Branch. Perimeter passing for Juab. Now Park makes a move into the paint, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Had a good look, out of bounds, off Juab. Dino ball. He had a good look at the basket, but the Dino defense made him think about that shot still. It wasn't an easy shot, and he fell short, and the Dinos have it.
Had to buy that hesitation from him. They stayed patient. They know his game now. They're starting to figure him out more and more, and they've really kind of neutralized him in the second quarter. Now, one thing you don't want to do when he's out on the perimeter, you saw a lot of overcommitment. You don't want to overcommit on him because he is capable of dribbling with both hands.
2:29 and running left to play third. Dinos with the ball, saved by Carbon, but it ends up being a turnover as it's saved to Juab. Fast break the other way. Dinos get back on defense. Park swings it over to the left side. Baseline corner 3. No good by Ramsey. And the rebound comes down to Juab. They get another chance. Reset the shot clock. Park with it. Drives into the paint. Puts up a shot. Count it and a foul. Wow, I don't know about that one.
No, I was going to say the same thing. It felt like Park kind of threw an elbow to the face of Carlson. Carlson looking a little rattled right there. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the call there, Sonny. I'm right with you. It felt a little unnecessary that he dropped the elbow into the neck of Carlson. We saw that at USU Eastern yesterday. That resulted in a player having to be carted off the court.
18 points in the ballgame for Park. Free throw is up and good. He has 19. That's what he's averaging, 20 points a game, so he's just about there. 2 minutes left to play. Dinos down 8. Branch with the ball on the right side. Holds it above his head. Picked up there by Ramsey. Gives it over to Cannon Mortensen. 3-point shot good from the wing right. Cannon Mortensen has 9. 48-43. Back to 2 possession. Park with the basketball between the circles. Picked up there by Warburton. Down in the paint. No place to go. Kick it back outside. Cross-court pass goes to Ramsey. Back to Park. Over in the corner. 3-point shot. No good. Rebound, battled for and controlled by Juab, and they get the easy 2.
That was a battle of wills there, and Juab is the one who ends up wanting it more.
Settle with the basketball. It is Warburton. Gives it to Branch. Branch out of bounds. Whistle and a foul on Juab.
Now,
free throws for the Dinos.
I wouldn't recommend that pass normally. I mean, you're trying to pass to a post player who's double teamed. You don't want to lob it up to him, but if you know that Juab is playing a little foul happy right now, you can afford to do that because more than likely they're going to make a lot of contact on that, trying to bring him back down to earth, and that's going to get him a trip to the charity stripe.
Ty Mortensen's free throw was up and no good. Dinos now 6 for 11 from the free throw line. Checking into the ball game, Bozzoni. Also checking in is Lancaster. Taking a break will be Carlson. Also Orth. Warburton taking a rest as well for the Dinos. Second free throw up. No good off the back of the iron. The Dinos not taking advantage of the free throw situation.
That they aren't, Sonny. There's not much you can really say about it. You just need to spend more time on those. Those have plagued them all season.
Foul on Juab and free throws.
You know it hurts me to say you're right.
Free throws for Juab to the free throw lines. Austin Park, 19 in the ball game, 13 in the first half, 6 in the second. Free throw up and good. 20 points in the ball game.
And he's just a very consistent force. You knew as soon as he saw that ball fall into the basket in the first half, he was going to start taking over from there, and my goodness, has he.
Second free throw up and good as well. 21 points for the senior. 52-43, up 9. Nice move to the basket. Oh, couldn't get it to go. Griffith with a good look. Just couldn't get the bounce and the rebound. Juab. Fast break down the floor. It goes to Park. He takes it strong to the basket, knocked away, and a turnover. Griffith gets it back the other way, whistle on a reach foul, and more free throws for the Dinos.
Now, this is do or die time. You need to make these here. This makes it a 7-point ball game again. You buy yourself some time, and you still have 41 seconds to make something happen to make this a much closer affair heading into the final frame of action. But it all starts here, Sonny, at the free throw line.
So free throws, first free throw. The bucket puts it up, short off the front of the rim, no good. The Dinos continue to struggle from the free throw line tonight. 6 for 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, when that number falls below 50% and you're in double-digit attempts, that's when you really want to push the panic button.
Free throw no good. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. It's Branch in the paint. He puts it up and in. So the missed free throw, they get the 2 points anyway on the look. 52-45, down 7, shot clock off. 28 running with the third quarter coming down. And Juab with the basketball. Park will dribble it at the top circle. Dinos are content to let them dribble out this third quarter and take the last shot. Swing it over the left side. Comes back out between the circles to settle. Park with it. 7 seconds left. Goes to the ground and then throws it out of bounds. Dino basketball. They will get the last look. 4.6 seconds. Plenty of time to get a shot off.
And that's identical to what we saw in the first quarter. Now we don't want to see the Dinos turn it back over right here.
Griffith to Bozzoni. Got to get a shot off. Whistle. What do we got? Travel. Is that how the quarter ends? And it does.
Neither team able to find any momentum in those closing seconds. I think right now, based on how things are going, we're deadlocked in terms of that. Heading into the final frame of action, Sonny.
Juab 52. Carbon 45. We'll take a break. Carbon Dino basketball on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
You can have a healthy, beautiful smile at any age. Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Cowley, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. Treatment is a viable option for almost any adult. And like kids, adults can experience the self-assurance that comes with a confident smile, along with the benefits of improved oral health. Come in for a free consultation and see how Castle Valley Orthodontics can get you on your way to a beautiful smile. Affordable payment plans are available. Call 637-2222 for a free consultation today.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Third quarter has come to an end. The Dinos trail by 7. 52-45. Taking a look at scoring by quarters after one. Dinos led 19-8. They were outscored 25-11 in the second quarter. Juab took a 33-30 lead. Dinos were outscored in the third quarter 19-15. That's where we sit right now. 52-45. Juab with the lead, and they will get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
And over our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM, the Emory Spartans are up 50-33 over the Delta Rabbits, looking for their 6th win in a row.
Spartans playing good down there in Emory County. Here's a kick out, 3-point shot up, no good. Offensive rebound up and in. Stoll with the basket. And he has 6 points in the ball game. It's up to 9. Danger time for the Dinos. They need a basket here. Bounce pass goes to Branch. Branch has the ball knocked away. It goes to Bozzoni over to Lancaster. Coach Brower says, go back, reset the offense. That's what they do. Lancaster down to Branch on the baseline. Beautiful pass in the paint. Ty Mortensen can't finish, and the rebound comes down to Juab. A whistle. Foul on Ty Mortensen.
And he was chasing that jump ball against Stowell. He did a good job shadowing it, but then one errant whiff, and he gets whistled for the foul. First team foul for Carbon as he picks up his second.
54-45. Branch comes out of the ball game. Warburton in. Along with Orth, Bozzoni, Cannon, and Ty Mortensen. Tyson Baker swings it over the left side. It goes to Landon Hooper, who checks into the ball game. Back outside to Stoll. Kicks over left side to Baker. Right side goes to Baker. Baker swings it left side. 16 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Rowley finds a little gap. Kicks it back outside. 3-point shot. No good off the glass and the iron. But the offensive rebound Stoll underneath. Kick it back outside. They reset the shot clock. Here's a 3-point shot. No good long. And another offensive rebound. Whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Juab.
Yeah, if you're Carbon right now, you need to tighten up your rebounding on the defensive side of things. That's where you're going to get some possessions back for yourself. You're giving Juab 2, 3, sometimes 4 extra looks at the basket. You can't be doing that if you want to win against a tough team like Juab.
Foul must have been on Carbon. I thought it was on Juab.
So did I.
But it was on Carbon. Foul's on Ty Mortensen, his third. Second team foul. Juab will throw the ball in on the baseline. My mistake there.
No, the ref signaled that way.
Trent Baker with the basketball. Top of the key, now goes right side, swings it to Tyson Baker. Tyson swings it left side. With the basketball, it's Landon Hooper. Back to Tyson Baker in the paint. Shot blocked, a whistle and a foul. I thought the foul up top was a clean block, but I think the foul is on Orth on the body.
Yeah, I think that was the first block was clean, but it was the secondary contact by Orth that drew the whistle. Sometimes you want to help your teammates out. You want to make sure that you can stop a scorer as he's charging to the hoop, but you got to do it in a calm, collected manner.
Tyson Baker's first free throw was up and no good. 54-45, 6:17 left to play in the game. Juab with the lead, 3 fouls on the Dinos, none on Juab. So this quarter, the foul situation has completely swapped the other way. And the rebound comes down. The Dinos on the second free throw missed as well. So the score remains 54-45. Warburton with the ball.
That foul situation's been that way the whole game, switching back and forth.
Warburton in the paint, whistle and the foul. Nice move by Carter to get in the paint. He draws the foul, and they go to the line to shoot 2. It'll be the first foul of the quarter on Juab.
That'll be Baker's fourth, if I'm not mistaken. He's proven my theory right again, Sonny. The more animated the reaction post-foul call, the more likely it is you did it.
Carter's first free throw up and nothing but twine. 7 for 15 from the line tonight as a team for the Carbon Dinos.
Putting it right in the peach basket. That's what Dr. James Naismith would have wanted. He would have been a big fan of the free throw.
Second free throw, good. Carter has 7. Dinos cut that lead back to 7. 54-47. With the basketball on the right side, it is Park. Park swings it left side. It goes to Baker. Baker hands it off to Settle. Goes around the screen. Top circle resets. 20 on the shot clock. The game clock says 5:43. Bounce pass in the paint and a turnover. Dinos come the other way. With it, it's Warburton. Takes it all the way. Reverse layup. Count it. That was a nice play by Carter. A little spin move in the paint on the baseline. Reverse layup. 54-49. Shot good back the other way. Settle comes back and hits the 3 on the baseline left, right back at it. Just when it looked like the momentum was going to change on a great play by Warburton, they come back and hit a 3.
And Warburton's play sometimes has me question if I'm watching high school basketball or the and one circuit.
Kick it outside. It goes to Orth. Orth swings it around. Carter for 3. This time no good. Rebound comes down to Ty Mortensen. Gives it to Cannon. Back to Ty. Ty thought about the 3. Changes his mind. Drives in the paint. Puts it up. No good. Rebound, scrambled for it, out of bounds. It's going to go to Juab. Off Ty Mortensen. 4:51 left to play, 57-49 Juab.
You got to like the aggressiveness that you're seeing from the Dinos. They're playing hard right now. They're playing aggressive, and it all started with Carter Warburton. He brings the energy to this team when he's on the court. He's a spark plug. He steps on. He doesn't need to score. It just feels like him on the court brings a lot of energy.
3-point shot short off the front of the rim. No good by Settle, and the rebound comes down. The Dinos the other way. Masoni brings it down the right side. Now gives it to Warburton. Warburton draws up to the top circle and sets the offense. You like when the Dinos get an offensive set, don't you?
I do. I'm a big fan of a slower-paced offense. It sets up better shots like that.
3-point shot halfway down by Ty, and it came back out. How that ball came out, I have no clue. Juab with the rebound. Out of bounds. Goes to Juab.
It feels like that scene in Flubber right now, Sonny.
Carbon. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
It feels like that scene in Flubber. The ball's flying all over the place. It's doing things you think it should, but then it switches to something that kind of defies expectations. That shot was down. Like, I thought I saw it exit the bottom, but it just rattles back up.
Timeout. 4:15 left to play. 57-49, Juab with the 8-point lead. 3 fouls on the Dinos, 1 on Juab.
This has been kind of the story of the game. Each team goes back and forth over which one's going to be fouling more in any given quarter. Right now, it's Carbon. They need to kind of slow that fouling down, though. You don't want to give Juab an opportunity at the line until you have about 2 minutes left. Then you can start doing it. That's when you start to enter that death by free throw phase.
Dinos have Cannon Mortensen with 9, Warburton with 9, Orth with 8, Carlson with 6. Then comes Lancaster with 5, Branch with 4, Ty Mortensen with 4, Griffith with 3, Bazzoni with 2 for the Carbon Dinos. For Juab, leading the way, Austin Park with 21, Trent Baker with 13, Tyson Baker with 7, Gabe Settle with 5, and Jay Rowley with 4. 57-49, Juab with the lead. Dinos with the ball.
And some scores around the state, Sonny. Right now at the half, Richfield up 29 over Manti, 22. Manti was leading heading into the second half by 4. That JV game went long, and that's why they're only at the halftime break. End of 3, Parowan up 49-32 over Millard. Parowan, one of those familiar foes for Carbon, taking them on at the Steve Hodson Classic and coming away with the win.
So Dinos with the basketball. It's Cannon Mortensen. Drives the baseline right side, kicks it out to Warburton. Carter whistling a foul on the ground.
Yep.
Cannon went down hard. Foul is going to be on Settle. Away from the ball, it'll be team foul number 2. Dinos will throw it in on the baseline.
And Cannon's a better man than me. If I got shoved like that and hit the ground that hard, I would have come up swinging. So props to him for being very mentally prepared for everything.
Pass down underneath. Shot up and good by Orth. He has 10. Yeah, you don't want to do that and get a technical foul on a 57-51 game with 3:30 left to play.
Yeah, you really don't. That'd be an undesirable outcome. So props to Cannon.
I'm glad you're up here.
Yeah, me too.
Drive inside, baseline move. Kick it out to Stoll. Shot up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound, Carbon. Dinos playing hard. Down 6. Ahead it goes to Cannon. Cannon to Warburton on the left side. Finds a little gap. Lay it up. Count it, and a foul. And Carter has found something on that baseline left. 57-53 and a chance for a 3-point play. He has 11.
Now we talked about, I like slower base sets. The one exception to that is Carter Warburton. I feel he does such a good job. He lulls defenses into a false set of security. His change of speed, he looks like a wide receiver running a route with the ball in his hands sometimes. He knows where to cut, where to move his body, and you can tell it really is a basketball family with the Warburtons.
Free throw, no good, off the side of the rim, and the rebound comes down to Juab. 57-53, 3:20 left to play. Tyson Baker with the basketball, guarded by Warburton. Top circle whistle and a reach foul by Warburton. Way from the basket.
Now,
foul number 4.
I do think this is a good time to get that 4th foul on the board.
It's a good point.
This is a time where you might have to go to death by free throw.
Yeah.
You want to have one underneath. You don't want to have to waste some possessions, let precious seconds tick away, and have to try and hurry and foul through them. Right now, I think 4 is the perfect amount to be at.
That's a great point, Aiden. Yeah, when you get down and you have to start fouling, you don't have time to give a couple of fouls. You're right. So now the next foul, Juab will be shooting.
Yes, and you don't want to give up that foul until about a minute 32 minutes left in the quarter. So you got to play a clean minute of basketball.
No, you're right.
That's all you really have to do. And if you can get Juab to buy into 2 fouls as well, which right now they are doing, you've seen some very uncharacteristic plays. I mean, how often do you see someone run behind the screener and kind of shove them like we saw down there? So if they're playing angry, and that could work to Carbon's advantage, especially in terms of the foul situation. But the biggest part of that would be converting on the free throw opportunities, something which they have struggled with tonight and the night before.
We'll do a game set, 57-53, Juab with the lead. 4 fouls on the Dinos, 3 fouls on Juab. One person with 4 fouls in the ball game, and that would be Tyson Baker of Juab. It's a reset of the game here, and the ball goes to Juab. 3:16 left to play. Juab up 4, 35 fresh shot clock. In it comes for Juab to settle on the left side. Settle now goes to the three-point line. Down it goes to Baker. Tyson with a bounce pass to Park. Park drives the baseline, hits the back of the basket. That's a turnover, Dino ball.
Great defensive set from Carbon. They're walking down when they need to. This is going to play key over the next few minutes. They need to maintain that pressure.
16 turnovers for Carbon, 14 for Juab. 2:58 left to play. Dinos with the ball, Bozzoni with it. Gives it to Warburton. Warburton picked up there by Settle. Still with the basketball, now couples to the right side, gives it to Bozzoni. Finds a little place on the baseline, closed off. Kicks to Branch. 13 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Dinos. Pass back outside goes to Cannon. Cannon drives inside, kicks it to Branch for 3. No, short off the front of the rim. Rebound, and I think we have a jump ball. We do.
And that, we'll see where the possession arrow goes. It's going to be in favor of Carbon.
It goes to Carbon.
That's why you don't give up on plays. They chase down the rebound. They know if they can get the right positioning, they're not going to be called for the foul, only the jump, and they do just that. At one point, Orth reaches back out. Let's go so he doesn't get called for the foul.
57-53, 2:29 left to play. Warburton on the baseline, dribbled it off his foot. Turnover for the Dinos. Good defense that time, though. He just didn't dribble it off his foot. He had defensive pressure in his face.
Yeah, that wasn't just a simple, oops, there goes the ball. That was, I have a guy right on me, the baseline right next to me. There's a lot running through your head.
Absolutely. Park with the ball. Park gives it over the right side. It goes to Tyson Baker. Baker with the basketball. Bounce pass goes back to Park. Park finds somebody over the right side. It's Rowley. Back it goes to Baker. Baker to Park. Swing it over in the corner. Baseline 3, no good. Shot up, no good, and rebound comes down to the Dinos. Settle with a miss. Warburton with it.
And Warburton displaying his control of the ball.
Whistle and a foul. Free throws for the Dinos.
One more.
One more.
But that gets them right at that threshold they want to be.
Fouls on Jacob Rowley. That will be his first. We will be shooting free throws now for the rest of the ball game. Both teams with 4 fouls. So a minute 56 left to play. 57-53, Dinos with possession on the baseline.
And Tyson Baker has checked back in. He has 4 fouls. That's important to keep note of.
In it comes. Errant pass picked up by Warburton, top circle. Shot clock says 30. Game clock 1:49 and running. Warburton with the ball goes around the screen set by Orth. Gets it to Branch, left side. Branch drives the baseline. Finds an open Cannon. Mortensen, 3 is good down the barrel. Cannon has 12, and it's a 1-point game, 57-56. A minute 30 left to play. Park with the basketball, timeout, Juab. And the people are on their feet here at Carbon High School. Dinos are playing their hearts out.
Cannon with no fear. Right down the pipe. He drains it, and the place loses its mind, Sonny. Look at the student section. They're fighting.
The place is they're just playing well. They got lots of energy.
Now, I feel like the first half of region play, that was the Dinos trying to overcome every piece of adversity that was thrown their way. Because they faced a lot of it. Injuries, just ball wasn't falling.
Right.
But now it feels like they've come together as a team. They're fighting as a team. Like we talked about earlier in the halftime show, Sonny, there's not one distinct scorer on this team. They move the ball so well around the perimeter. They trust each other, and that's the biggest thing that keeps them in this game is they're trusting in each other. You trust your brother, you trust the plays, you're going to come away with a win.
Well, you never want injuries, but the Dinos have had so many injuries that they've played a lot of kids. They have experience now, and they are performing. As you look at the score, we have 9 kids that have put the ball in the basket for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, and 3 of those are seniors, so you have 6 underclassmen. You're asking such a tall task of these sophomores to step into the game. Jackson Bozzoni, Carter Branch, Case Griffith. You're asking so much of them, and they have answered in kind. They are going to be key leaders for this program for years to come.
Minute 29 left to play. Juab with the ball. It's Park. Park guarded by Warburton. Swings it over to the left side. It goes to Tyson Baker. Baker back up top to Trent Baker. Park back to Tyson. Minute 17, 19 on the shot clock. Baker swings over the left side to Rowley. Back to Baker. Swings over the right side to Baker. Back to Tyson Baker. Nice save by Rowley. That was almost a turnover. Back to Tyson. 6 on the shot clock. Rowley on the baseline. Back out to Baker for 3. No good. Short out the front of the rim. They get the offensive rebound. 54 seconds left to play. 30 on the shot clock. Park with the ball.
You got to get that offensive rebound, so you got to grab the ball.
Kick it back over to Park. Park finds a little gap in the paint. Kicks it back outside. It goes to Trent Baker. Trent to Tyson Baker. Stolen by the Dinos. Fast break the other way, but Juab gets back. A whistle and a travel on Orth.
Oh, no. That was a good sequence of events. But now, Sonny, you're going to have to turn to the intentional foul. 32 on the game clock. Shot clock is going to be turned off. You need to make sure that ball doesn't get into the hands of Park, because he's going to make those, and then you have to hit a big 3 on the other end.
Juab to throw it in, and it comes in the backcourt. It goes to Park. And foul on Warburton, and Park will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Dinos down 1, 57-56.
Now, this is a decision for Coach Brower to make now on how he wants to play this next Dino possession. If he makes both, do you let the clock tick down? Do you let it get to that 10-second mark? Do you try and get a 3 to play for a tie?
No. I think you extend the game. Free throws up and no good.
Well, that whole discussion is now null and void as he misses the first. That was entirely if he made both, which up to this point he'd been shooting perfectly from the charity stripe. That's his first miss from the game. The pressure from the fans, from the student section. Rich Butler's on his one good foot on the Dinos bench.
Rowley comes into the ball game for Juab. The second free throw by Park is up, and it's good. And Park has 22, and it's a 2-point game with 29 seconds left to play.
Now, Sonny, this is where I think this question becomes even more pertinent. Do you play for the last shot here? Do you play for the potential win? That's where we're going to differ in opinion. We talk about disagreement sometimes. I think you want to play for the win. You have the opportunity for a last shot. You have the momentum on your side. With the way they've been shooting the ball, me personally, I would let the time tick down, get it to that 10-second mark. Let it work around the perimeter. Find your best possible shot. You don't need to rush anything. You can take your time. You have 30 whole seconds. Now, up here, that doesn't feel like it's going to be too long, but on the court, that is going to feel like an eternity. But you want to get a shot up with about 10 seconds left.
I think you do you run your offense. If you get an open shot, you take it.
I'm not saying if you don't get an open shot, you
extend the game. But, oh man, I hate waiting. You play this whole game, and it's all down to one shot.
And I think that makes for some of the most exciting basketball, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going to need to do here. Well, if we get Coach up here after the game, we'll have to ask him what he was thinking, see which one of them he agrees with.
Absolutely. I mean, if you have an open 3, absolutely take it.
I'm not saying if you don't have an open shot not to take it, but I think you don't want to rush anything. You're in no hurry at all.
No. 29 seconds is a long time. Absolutely. Warburton with the basketball past the half-court stripe. 25 seconds left to play. Warburton still with it. Gives it over to Cannon. Cannon to Lancaster. Game clock says 19. Lancaster to Warburton. 15. Warburton down to Orth. Orth up with the shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Juab. Whistle and a foul. 6 seconds left to play.
That was a good dive by Cannon. Park would have gone untouched for at least another 3 seconds had he not dived out like he was playing flag football back on the playground. Reach out with a Superman motion, wrap up Park, and send him to the line. This could be the game.
A little bit of contact down there. No whistle, and the free throw was up, and the free throw is good by Park. Park has 23.
And we talked about it before the game, Sonny. Free throws, free throws, free throws. Juab has capitalized. Carbon has not.
Second free throw by Park is up, and it is good as well. 24. Timeout. Is they going to call timeout, the Dinos, or?
No, the substitution on the court. Do you foul up 3, though? That's another one of those age-old questions. You're up 3, do you
You're
foul?
up 4, though. It's 60-56. So.
Never mind, Sonny. I was a communications major. I don't do math.
4 seconds left. Warburton for 3. Down the barrel. Short. Rebound. Juab ball game. Final score tonight. Juab 60 and the Carbon Dinos 56. But I'll tell you what. This Carbon Dino basketball team, they didn't leave anything on the floor tonight.
They did. That was incredible. That was a gutsy effort all around for the Dinos. That was a group of young men who have left it all on the court tonight. You can't overstate it enough. That was a full team effort. Every man played his part, and that makes it hurt just that much more.
Once again, the final score is 60-56. Juab with the win over the Carbon Dinos. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Once again, the final score here at Carbon High School, Juab 60, Carbon 56.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you are saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, windows down, music up, but suddenly your car sputters. Don't let car troubles break your stride. At Cars, Complete Auto Repair Service in Wellington, they're dedicated to keeping your vehicle running smoothly so you can keep enjoying those flawless drives. From regular maintenance like oil changes and wheel alignments to tune-ups and even new tires, Cars is here to help. Visit Cars today and drive away confident knowing your car is in its best shape ever.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Well, this is way beyond my skills.
Time to call Frank.
Honey, did you mean my dad, Steve?
No, Frank at Central Commission and Helper. Frank and his staff will give me the best advice and supplies I need. He's the father of good advice and better than you at this stuff.
No argument there.
Central Commission and Supply Company is a family-owned and local hardware and lumber store. Plumbing, paint, electrical, with better prices, better service, and better knowledge than the big box stores. Central Commission, North Main Street in Helper. Discover peace of mind with Dawn's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents, ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Dawn's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
At Desert View Federal Credit Union, driving away in your dream car is as seamless as the open road. With personalized lending solutions and branches in Huntington and Farron, getting the financing for your new car, truck, or SUV is easy. Desert View Federal Credit Union can even finance RVs. Experience the credit union difference. Go talk to a loan officer today.
Membership and eligibility apply. Loans on approved credit. Member NCUA.
At Desert View, it's all about you.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. And before we get going with some stats, go ahead and talk a little bit about the Spirit Card, Aiden.
Spirit Card is one of the biggest draws of Eastern Utah Community Credit Union. You all know those ugly pieces of plastic you carry around in your wallet. You know, that one with your first name, last name, sometimes your middle name if they're feeling a little spicy, numbers on the front or the back. It's so boring, right? Isn't it, Sonny? That's the only fun way to describe it. Well, with the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Spirit Card, you can turn your boring wallet into an incredible cornucopia of support for these teams. Whether it be the Grand Red Devils, the Carbon Dinos, or the Emory Spartans, you can get your team's logo proudly plastered in your pocket, taking it with you wherever you go. And Sonny, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. As a proud Spartan alumni, I carry the Dinos with me wherever I go.
Well, the Dinos tonight should be proud of themselves because they played their hearts out tonight, and they fall short to Juab 60-56. We'll look at scoring by quarters. The first quarter, the Dinos led 19-8, played a great first quarter of basketball. The second quarter, Austin Park started getting into the groove. He had 13 points in that quarter out of the 25 Juab scored, and Juab outscored the Dinos 25-11 to take that 33-30 halftime lead. But at halftime, it seemed like anybody's game.
Yeah, no, that was still up in the air. It was such a close affair that anyone could have come out in the second half and pulled away with this game, but that wasn't the case. Sonny, tell them about the third quarter.
Third quarter, Juab outscored the Dinos 19-15 to take a 52-45 lead.
And again, the momentum was still in the balance there. The Dinos felt like it was do or die time, though they had to make a move or else this one was going to run away from them.
The Dinos outscored Juab in the fourth quarter 11-8, but it's not enough. Final score 60-56. We'll take a look at scoring by individuals. We'll take a look at Juab first. Leading the way, Austin Park. The kid can play. He had 24 points tonight. He's averaging 20 a game. He can play.
It was as soon as he found the bottom of the basket on those first free throws in the second quarter, I felt like that was when something clicked, not just for him, but for Juab as a whole. Because if you are able to stop him at the start of the game, as well as putting a lot of pressure on those secondary, tertiary scorers, then they really lose any momentum they might have going for them. And that's what they did in the first quarter. But as soon as Austin Park found the bottom of the basket, that's when Juab was able to flip on the switch and start running back into this game.
Trent Baker, the senior, had 13 points tonight. And Tyson Baker had 7 points tonight. But, you know, Tyson, he might have only had 7 points, but he had a lot to do with tonight with the way they controlled the game.
He did. He is a very intelligent player. That's a good way to put it, is he knows what he needs to be doing and where he needs to be on the court. He's not going to take unnecessary shots. He's not going to take unnecessary risks. Everything he does has a level of calculation to it, it feels.
Gabe Settle had 5 points. Jay Rowley with 4. Maddox Stoll had 6 points tonight for the Juab Wasps. They score 60 points. They shoot 12 for 16 from the free throw line. They have 15 turnovers.
And I think, Sonny, the story of this game, the stat you're going to look at that's going to hurt the most is those free throws. That's where this game was won and lost. Juab able to convert on theirs. Carbon was not.
Taking a look at the Carbon Dinos leading the way for the Dinos tonight, Cannon Mortensen. He had 12 points in the ballgame. And as we go through this list, you're going to see that the Dinos had some real balanced scoring tonight.
They did, and we talked about it at the half. We talked about it a little before the final moments of the fourth quarter. But this isn't a team where you have one concrete scoring option. You have a team. And I think that's the best thing that Coach Brower has done in terms of chemistry and culture, is this is a true team on the court. This isn't a group of kids coming to play basketball, coming to shoot some hoops. No, this feels like they play for each other.
Yep.
And that's a difference that, as the season has gone on, you can tell has grown more and more. Because the first half of the season, you kind of felt that me ball taking place. But now they've kind of taken it back, and they've really developed a nice culture here at Carbon High School.
Cannon Mortensen, the senior, 12 points. Carter Warburton with 11 points tonight. The junior had a phenomenal game all the way around.
He did. And you talk about juniors, underclassmen have really stepped up for this program in a massive way.
Kyler Orth with 10 points tonight for the Dinos. And then here comes Carlson with 5 points. You have 6 points. Lancaster with 5 points. You have Branch with 4 points. You have Mortensen with 4 points. Griffith with 3. Bazzoni with 2. Lots of scoring by the Dinos. As we said, 9 players for the Carbon Dinos put the ball in the basket tonight. And that is huge for the Dinos. They're getting team play. They play their hearts out tonight. Once again, the final score is 60-56. Juab with the win over the Carbon Dinos. We will take a break, and when we come back, Coach Brower will be in the Sutherland's broadcast booth with us.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Caring for each and every customer and their needs is the foundation of what Smart Health Pharmacy is all about. So when I need a prescription or advice, I can depend on the pharmacist at Smart Health.
Looking for a new pharmacy? It's never been easier to transfer your prescriptions to Smart Health. Call 687-5050 or go to smart-healthrx.com. Download their app today with convenient drive-through at 221 North Main Street, Huntington.
It's your health. Be smart about it.
J&D Automotive in Castledale and River Auto in Green River has been your trusted neighbors for 40 years, offering expert automotive parts and service right in the heart of Emery County. Thanks to a great partnership with Napa, you get dependable parts and a team that knows your car inside out. Whether you're in for a routine checkup or need of a major repair, J&D Automotive is close to home and ready to help. Visit J&D Automotive today and experience the difference of local care with big brand quality.
Soups are in at Swift's Stop and Shop, your gas and convenience store with more. Serving up delicious cook-to-order food like Swift's Soup of the Day and Soup and Sandwich combos, less than $5. Check their Facebook page and see what they're serving.
Oh, by the way, Swift is a Shell station. So if you have a Smith's fuel card, you can redeem your fuel rewards points at Swift. So pump up the savings and
start slurping some soups. From Swift Stop and Shop, North Main Street in Helper.
Open late.
JN Auto says it's time to get in the auto buying game. JN Auto is a game changer when you're looking for a new vehicle, but don't want to pay the new vehicle price. By making JN Auto a part of your team, you can count on finding quality, gently used vehicles with manufacturer warranties and unbeatable prices. You just found the secret to finding the perfect vehicle. It's JN Auto. Check out their huge inventory at jnautosales.com. JN Auto in Huntington and Price.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show as your Carbon Dinos fall 60-56 to the Wasps of Juab. Joining us now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth is Carbon Dino head coach Taylor Brower. Coach Brower, pleasure to have you up here. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, I'm up here.
So let's talk about it for a second. This game, I think this was kind of a peak showing of how the development you guys have had over the course of the season. Back in December 12th, you guys traveled to Juab. You lost by 30. Tonight, this was a battle through and through. This was one of the hardest fought battles this team has had all season.
You know, that's what I told the kids going into the locker room. I said, look, first off, I hope we see Juab in the state tournament because there's no way they're beating us 3 times in a row. The second thing I said is, we're getting better. They beat us by 30, but we only lost by 4 tonight, and we were there at the end, and the only reason why they beat us by 4 is because of free throws. I said, guys, we are there. We're peaking. We're starting to climb. And I says, and everyone else better be scared because we're coming, because I think we can have a good chance of beating a lot of teams.
And that was something we talked about over the course of the game, is kind of the development over the course of the season, especially during this region slate coming out of the Steve Hodson Classic. You guys have really coalesced as a team. I mean, you look at scores for this team. You don't have one player carrying the load for the team. This is a full team effort. I think that's in part due to the culture you've kind of built with these boys.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that most teams don't realize is, like, we have Cannon Mortensen right now that is averaging, 12 or something, but we have guys in like 8 or 9 points, like, and we have like 4 or 5 of them. So, like, any one of them can go off. Any one of them can have a double-digit score. And now we got Kyler Orth back, who was our leading scorer before he got hurt. So that's even going to help us even more. So, and we get Logan Bennett back in like a week and a half. So we're just going to get better because we're going to get our kids back.
Yeah, and that has been the theme of the season. You guys have fought through so much adversity to be where you are today. You're hanging with some of the top teams in the state. You have the win against North St. Pete. You lose by 4 to Juab. You have the entirety of Region Round 2 to go for you guys. And it just feels like you said earlier, you're peaking at the right time. You guys are coming together, and you're starting to get healthy.
Yeah, well, and we haven't peaked yet. I don't want to peak for another month. But, like that's the thing. Like, we're just getting better, and we keep just fighting, and the kids are doing what I want them to do. But, yeah, no, we played great tonight.
And then I think one thing for Juab that really changed the game was that second quarter. And it's a name that we're both going to be dreading is Austin Park.
Austin Park, dude. He's an athlete. Like, he didn't play football. I think he regrets that. So I think in this basketball season now, I think he really wants to show that, like, he's an actual athlete. And unfortunately for us, like, he's a freaking player. The thing is, though, is he's not going to kill you from threes. He's downhill. He's going to shoot layups. He's not going to hit the mid-range. But he's a strong kid, and he just gets to the hoop.
Yeah, what impressed me about him was his patience when he gets in those situations. He does a good job with the body fake, baiting defenders up into the air. He's just so patient on that. But when you look at your team, you have a lot of players who do very similar things who are significantly younger than the senior Austin Park.
Right, yeah, that's the beauty of it all. And, like, I was talking to Jordan Blank about that today. Like, we have a lot of younger kids that are playing really well right now, and I'm excited for the coming years. But this year, the kids are fighting. My seniors are fighting. They're playing well, and I appreciate what they're doing.
Yeah, the seniors, they're leaving it all on the court, as did the rest of the team tonight. That is a hard loss. I mean, emotions are going to be running high after that one. But with those emotions, you can set those and look ahead to your next opponent. You guys are probably going to be fired up. We talked about it.
We're beating Delta. Like, I think we can beat them. So.
We talked about that at North St. Pete. It feels like every time that you guys had something going for you, the team you were going to play was losing, and they come into the game angry. Now you get the opportunity to be that team against the Rabbits.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like we're mad. I mean, we're all mad. I think we knew that we could have won this game, and we did, and we didn't close it out. But that's the nature of Carbon basketball. We've got to learn how to finish games. We've got to learn how to fight back and then finish, and that's one thing that we're going to have to change.
I think in terms of stats, you guys were even in almost every category. The only one that may stick out is that free throw percentage. We were talking about before he came on air. 8 of 17 for you guys. Juab shot 75%, 12 of 16.
Well, and that's what I told the kids going into the locker room. Like, the only reason why we lost this game is because of free throws. We shot 44%, and they shot 76%. You can't win games on 44% free throws percentage. So I told the kids, I said, look, I want you to shoot 100 free throws over the break. Like, we have a 3-day weekend, shoot 100 free throws. And I don't understand. I mean, me personally, like, I knew that I was going to get my points at the free throw line. So I shot tons of free throws. And so I was good at them. And so that's just something that kids got to get in their mindset. Look, you got to get good. It's the easiest shot in the game. It's just you, the ball, and the basket, and that's it. And so kids just got to realize, like, just calm down and just shoot the ball.
And then I guess the thing I want to kind of close out on, in that last play, you had the ball with 30 seconds left, shot clock turned off. As a coach, what is your mentality going into a situation like that? Are you more of the thought process of you want to hold and get the last shot, overtime be danged, or do you want to try and get the first shot available? What is your thought process in that situation?
It's a little bit of both, because I've been in both situations. I've been in a situation where there was a kid on the other team, and he was a freaking stud, and we were down 1, and I held the ball this was before the shot clock. It was an 8th grade game, but I held the ball for a whole minute, and I remember the crowd, and even my wife was at the game, and she was yelling at me to call a timeout, and finally I called a timeout with like 12 seconds left, and I didn't want the kid to get the ball. I wanted the last shot. Because I knew if he was going to get the ball, he was going to make it. So, and that ended up working out for us. I had a kid that was a stud, and he had a mid-range jumper and won the game for us. But in situations like today, it's kind of the same thing. Like, do I want to just go out of the basket and try to get a quick bucket and force them to be under pressure, or do I want to wait and run a play and make sure I get a good shot at the end? Unfortunately, it didn't work out tonight, but we had the good shot. I honestly think Kyler Worth got fouled there on the last part, but it is what it is. Refs, I've been a ref, and so I know what it is, and sometimes you don't make those calls.
Yeah, it's a tough job for sure. Now, Coach, before we let you go, get back to your family, is there anything you want to leave the listeners with?
No, I just think the Carbon basketball is on the up climb. I think we're going to get better over the years, and they're going to be fun to watch.
Now, Coach Brown, thank you again so much for taking the time to come into the Southern broadcast booth to talk to us. We really appreciate it. Again, that was Carbon High School head coach Taylor Brower. We were talking about the game tonight. The Dinos fall 60-56 to the Juab Wasps. We'll take another quick break, and then we'll be right back with our closing thoughts on tonight's showdown between the Juab Wasps and the Carbon Dinos. You're listening to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show.
You've been accused of doing something illegal and charged a foul. It's time to run the court in a game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law jump through the hoops. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a slam dunk defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go to the foul line, Robert Oliver doesn't miss a shot. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Imagine the sound of a basketball swishing through the net at the game buzzer. That's the sound of you scoring big with Eastern Utah Community Credit Union's Slam Dunk Savings Accounts. Just like a winning team will strategize their plays, we will help you plan your financial future with competitive interest rates and unbeatable customer support. Whether you're saving for college, a new home, or retirement, make a fast break to Eastern Utah Community Credit Union and let your savings game reach MVP status. Join our team today and start winning with your money.
Membership and eligibility required. NCUA insured. Loans approved on credit.
Carbon High School basketball on KRPX 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Great interview with Coach Brower, Aiden. I agree with him. This team is getting better every game. Come tournament time, this is a team that I don't think people are going to want to have to play.
You know, you look at the March Madness bracket, you know, there's always those teams coming into the tournament that you just don't want to play. That's an upset waiting to happen. And if you would have asked me a few weeks ago, Sonny, I would have said no. But now, with how the Dinos are playing, how they've come together as a team, this is a squad who is bound to upset someone in those opening rounds. I can see them toppling a top seed.
I'm just impressed with the Dinos with the 9 players scoring. And they're not scoring at the end of a game that's a 30-point game. They're scoring in a game that is nip and tuck and back and forth. And, you know, you don't want injuries, but sometimes when you have the opportunity to play more kids and they get a little bit of experience, when you do need them, they step up. And that's what's happening with the Carbon Dinos right now. Everybody is stepping up on this team. They're playing hard. They had 18 turnovers, but I feel like they're taking better care of the ball. They've got to get better at the free throw line, though, Aiden. 8 for 17. Coach said it in his interview. That was the difference in the game.
That was.
You got to take care of the free throws. They're free. You got to anything that's free. You got to be able. You take it. They've got to get better at the free throw line.
No, you're like a fat kid in a Costco. You're not going to pass up the free samples. You're going to go for the free points at the charity stripe. And like he said, he's challenged these players now to go over the break, the 3-day weekend, take 100 free throw shots. That was a good one. You got to give it to me.
Yeah.
You got to take 100 shots because that's how you're going to get better. Free throws, it's muscle memory. You don't have to have a hand in your face.
Right.
You don't need to do on the motion. It's just you, the ball in the basket, like Coach Brower said. And while we recover, Sonny, let's take a look at some scores from around the state. Starting in Richfield, escaping with a narrow 9-point win over the Manti Templars. Manti keeping it close with the Wildcats. That's going to be, like we said, Manti a team to watch as the season goes on.
Sure.
North Sevier defeating Duchesne 50-36. Emory on our sister station KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM defeating the Delta Rabbits 68-53. Kanab defeating South Sevier 60-54. South Sevier, a very familiar opponent for the Dinos. That game went to overtime, and it was a heartbreaker there and a heartbreaker tonight. But in terms of scores, Sonny, that's what I got for you.
So as we take a look at the schedule for the Carbon Dinos, on the 22nd, next Wednesday, we will be at Delta.
And that is our last true road game of the season until playoffs times.
Right.
I mean, we travel to Delta. The only other road game is going to be at Emory That's a home game pretty much. I mean, everyone's going to be there. It's going to be an incredible environment yet again in the Spartan Center.
So they played Delta on Wednesday. Delta played Emory tonight, right?
They did. Emory comes away with the 68-53 win over the Rabbits. Emory winning their 6th game in a row. You were talking teams that are starting to peak at the right time. Emory definitely one of those.
So Delta will go to Delta after Delta coming away with a loss against Emory on the road. Then we will be back home on the 24th against Richfield. 29th at home against Manti. 31st, we will be at Emory. February 2nd, we'll be back home against Canyon View. And February 7th, we will be at home against North St. Pete. That's the rest of the Carbon Dinos schedule. Doesn't get any easier for this team, but are we going to see any team that's as good as this Juab team that we've seen tonight?
Maybe Richfield. Richfield is going to be up there. And I think with Canyon View, I think a big part of that game, Sonny, was the bus ride there. I mean, that is it's a 3.5 hour car ride from here on a bus. You add an extra hour and a half. That's a 5-hour trip. You're coming off a day of school. You get off the bus. You're a little lethargic. I think that's going to kind of take away the edge Canyon View had in that game. Outside of that, Richfield is going to be the one team I really think is going to be as tough as this Juab squad.
I mean, this is a Juab squad that's now 13-4, 6-2 in region play, ranked number 5, and the Dinos were down 2 and had the basketball with seconds left to play.
They did, and then the last 2 points to make it a 4-point ball game were death by free throw.
Right.
You got to do it in that situation, though. If he misses, because he had missed, he'd split the series 1-2 on that last trip to the line. So they made the right decision there, but unfortunately, ball just not bouncing in their favor.
Once again, the final score tonight, it is 60-56, Juab with the win over the Carbon Dinos. Want to thank all of our sponsors that help bring you Carbon Dino basketball. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
That we wouldn't. Every one of them really doing a lot to help bring you these games. They support these kids so you can support these kids as well. It's a full community effort here in the Castle Country.
Want to thank Carbon High School for the hospitality tonight like they do all the time. They treat us very well here. It's a great place to come to. Love doing games here at Carbon High School, as you call it.
The Jurassic Park.
So 60-56 the final score tonight. Carbon falls short to Juab, and we will see you Wednesday on the road. We will be at Delta. The pregame show starts at 6:30. Tip-off time at 7 o'clock. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Sonny Buscarini, Aiden Mortensen. Hope you have a good evening. Once again, 60-56 Juab over the Carbon Dinos, 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.